You've probably heard people call NIL the Wild West of college sports. And honestly, for a while, they weren't wrong. But NIL rewrote the rules of college athletics. And if you're an athlete, a parent, part of an athletic department, or anywhere near sports marketing, you need to understand what it is and where it stands right now. I'm Will Dudley. Let me break it down for you on this episode of Sport of Content. So, what is NIL? NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. And in plain terms, it means you can get paid for being you. Your name, your face, and your personal brand all have commercial value. And NIL says you should be able to benefit from that. A company pays you to post on social media, a local business puts you in an ad, or you run a camp under your own name. That's all NIL. And it's something that should have always existed, at least in my opinion. For over 100 years, the NCAA operated on one principle: amateurism. You're a student first, and profiting from your athletic identity would cost you your eligibility. Meanwhile, college sports became a machine: billion-dollar television deals, coaches making eight figures, and apparel contracts worth more than most companies. Everybody was getting paid except the athletes generating the product. It started to crack because of a video game, believe it or not. In 2009, former UCLA basketball star Ed O'Bannon recognized himself in an EA Sports game. Same number, same build, same everything. The NCAA had paid for the rights to use player likenesses, and the players got nothing. O'Bannon sued, and in 2014, a federal court agreed with him. States started passing their own NIL laws, and in June 2021, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled unanimously against the NCAA. 10 days later, the NCAA changed course and allowed athletes to profit from their NIL for the first time in history. The door had officially opened. When that door opened in 2021, nobody had a system in place to manage it. Different rules in every state, boosters moving money however they could, and very little accountability. The Wild West comparison was not an exaggeration. Then in 2025, House versus NCAA produced a settlement that changed the conversation entirely. Schools can now pay athletes directly. Division 1 programs can share up to 20.5 million a year with their athletes on top of the scholarships and outside brand deals. That has never existed in college sports before. At the same time, the College Sports Commission was created to bring structure to the NIL marketplace. They review outside deals for legitimate business value through NIL Go, their reporting platform. As of March 2026, they've already rejected over 29 million in deals that didn't hold up. The sheriff is now in town. At the collegiate level, athletes are now working two lanes simultaneously: direct payments from their school and outside NIL deals. For Division 1 athletes, any outside deal worth $600 or more must be reported via NIL Go within 5 business days of signing. Missing that window creates eligibility issues, and no one wants that. The days of handshake deals with no paper trail are a thing of the past. Now, here's an important distinction that often gets misunderstood. You cannot receive bonuses tied to specific on field achievements. This is the opposite of pro sports. For example, a payment for a touchdown or a stat milestone is considered pay for play, and it's prohibited. But your performance absolutely influences your fair market value and what you can negotiate. What you cannot do is structure a contract where a specific athletic outcome triggers a specific payment. You also cannot get paid to choose a school. Last but not least, NIL income is taxable. So if you're earning, you need proper records and qualified financial guidance all the way behind you. So is NIL the Wild West? I'd say not anymore. The settlement, the College Sports Commission, and NIL Go have all brought a level of structure that didn't exist 3 years ago. But there's still a lot of work to do. Federal legislation remains unresolved, enforcement is still being tested, and the rules aren't uniform across every level. The infrastructure is better, but it's definitely not finished. What we covered today is just the entry point. Future episodes are going to go much deeper, more detail, more specifics, and more of what you actually need to know to operate in this space the right way. If you have questions or want us to dig into something specific, drop them in the comments. Your questions help shape what we cover next. And subscribe to the channel so you're there when those episodes drop. And share this video with anyone NIL impacts. I'm Will Dudley, and thank you again for watching Sport of Content.